Assalamualaikum mbokk yi welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the whole Gambian football. It's your boy again, Chama, guys. I'm I'm doing something crazy today, guys. I am live on YouTube here. I'm live on Instagram on the other screen, and I'm live on TikTok on my phone right there. So, my guy TikToking. That's the first time you are seeing me live. It's not something that I often do. Yeah, but yeah, maybe this is a good way to start the TikTok live. um, I think there is no one person is watching on TikTok. So yeah, but nonetheless, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did the weekend recap. So I'm happy to be back. And it's a big day. It's a big day for Gambian football. And as we know, the only national team we have that is participating at the continental level about to play, and it's going to be a derby game against Senegal, guys. You can see that in the thumbnail. Let me go back there. You can see that Gambia versus Senegal. It's a derby game, guys. It's a big derby game. And then, of course, every Tuesday, I usually do a weekend recap of the foreign based players, try to, summarize the performance of Gambian foreign players. And I will do just that. And then try to preview as well. Try to look at the under 17. I don't know much about the under 17. I've watched them in the Wafu. I know some of their players. I know how good some of those players are, how well they perform in that competition. But I've not really follow their progress on that much other than the Wafu tournament. So, but I will try to say a thing or two because under 17 is such a important aspect of Gambian football. We all know that. My TikTok seems to be very dark. Let me try to adjust this. Yeah. Oh! I've gone too far. I've gone too far. What did I do? Yeah, somewhere. Wow, I don't know how to use this phone, guys. I'm sorry. I'm doing something crazy. My YouTube and my Instagram, my Facebook followers, because I'm going live on TikTok with my phone. Why? That's why I have two mics on. You see, I have a mic in here and I have my mic here. This is the mic that is going to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And this mic there I have on my chest. That is the one going on TikTok. So, guys, yeah, I love to do crazy things. And definitely I'm doing something crazy right now, sitting here all alone, guys. But like I say, if you see the thumbnail, it's gonna be a double act today. I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. It's gonna be the weekend recap, which I will usually do, and I'm gonna do the under 17. The weekend was very hot for Gambia, right? There were goals all over the place. A lot of Gambians score goals, and then we have the bombshell of an interview from Sonko Sundberg. That was just a bombshell from Sonko Sundberg. Saying a lot of things in that, seeing a lot of things in that one. So let's try to do those two things together and then see how it goes. Let me see who's in the. Let me see the TikTok. Are the people? I see some comments. Yes, my boy willing for farms. Ko chaba na ako, bro. Me na len. Lema down like the TikTok way. I just yeah, I'm seeing my Japanese people as well in the TikTok, guys. Uh, this is an unfamiliar territory. Yes, I have done three live stream together. That is Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube together. But to add four, this is the first time I'm doing it. So pardon me, guys. So, anyways, I did not come prepared today. I just come with fire like that. So I did not come prepared, but of course, I know what I want to talk about. If you follow the Jollof Football Bantaba, you will see that at least we do the weekend recap. Like a week, every Monday, we do a recap of what performance Gambian players do. What is TikTok saying? I don't know. So just the TikTok. I think is it a message coming from TikTok from someone? I don't know. They are telling me to slide. I don't know. Because to be honest, TikTok, I don't know a lot about TikTok. This is the first time I actually started my own life on TikTok. Guys, I'm talking too much. So let me just share the screen on let me go to Facebook. Yeah. And then we can discuss about that. Let's go to the Jollof Football Bantaba page. Before we go to the under 17, of course, let's start with the weekend recap. Where was that? Oh, yesterday. Yeah. This was the weekend recap. Guys, you pardon me. Today I did not come prepared. Honestly, usually I'm usually prepared when I'm coming here. But today I just came because I don't want to miss the time too. That's the other thing. Okay, that's the weekend recap here. I'm sure you guys can see my dashboard, my Facebook dashboard. Um, yeah. So let's look at the weekend, the players. It's like in a big size summary, we do it always. Mohamed Suso of Friday, he scored a brace. That was his first goals for Friday, by the way. Competitive goals. He has scored for them in the under 21s. He has scored for them in friendlies, but this was actually his first goal in a competitive game for Paide. So long may it continue. Hopefully, he will take up that mantle from Abdullah Sisi. He went with Abdullah Sisi. Abdullah Sisi has gone and left him there, and other players have come from Real de Banjul to join him there. So now he has to show that I'm the big boy here. I'm the big boy here scoring the goals. So I'm very happy with these two goals that he scored over the course of the weekend, and the goals were really good goals, especially the one we scored with his left foot top corner finish. It was absolutely brilliant goal from Mohamed Suso. Long may it continue. And then you move on to Manila. That is in Philippines. Momodu Mane scored a brace as well. Manila Diggers. They are at the top of the league. Unfortunately, he had a red card in that one too. Momodu Mane and Pa Usman Gai also scored the other goal. They won that game 3-0. And you look at Ablai Jallo, what a goal, Germano, guys. If you have not seen the Germano goal, go and check it out. It's not the classic Germano goal that you see from long range. It's not those goals. This one was a different goal, but it was a brilliant goal because the ball dropped to him on the left. As a left-footed player, as a left-footer, I'm always happy to see left-footed players score those goals. It's similar to what Liam Kwame scored against Chelsea. The second goal when he, showed what Cucurella his back. Yeah, it's similar. He cut inside and then finished top corner, and then he's been really well. Of course, he missed the international, which was very unfortunate because of injury. I can still see that his knees is being tied, so he seems not to be 100% fit. And the club did not want to risk him. That's why maybe they did not allow him to come for the international break last time out. But he's having a good month. Mets have won every single game they played in March. And Germano was crucial for those goals. He scored 2 goals in those 4 games. So it was just unfortunate that we could not have him at the Gambia for the Gambia national team. Okay, can you not coffee? Yeah, I have to drink coffee to wake up. I have to wake up, stay awake to watch the game because it's late here in Japan, guys. I see some gifts coming on from Instagram, guys. To be honest, I don't know how. Or from TikTok, I don't know how TikTok works. I just open the live, put it on my phone there. But my life, the one I understand is the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Instagram. I know how to run that. But TikTok, I will get along. So it's just a matter of learning. So I just open the live there. I'm not gonna touch it. So guys, but anyways, jërë ngeen jëf suma guy ma ne ko ñoom Kaaba suma koto bi mu ma seen gift jërë ngeen jëf yéen a baax. Yeah, very the next one, Adamo Bojang, guys. Adamo Bojang, his goal. Yang is from Munko Kili, Boleko, Kini, Binakal Flati, Muhammad Susobi. Those two were brilliant goals. Adamo Bojang, his left foot is such a weapon, He has not scored a goal with his right foot yet as a professional footballer. How crazy is that? All the 3 goals he has scored so far is with his left foot. And we know he's a right-footed player. How crazy is that? Adamo Bojang. The top goal he scored again this weekend with his left foot. It was a top finish, raffle of the crossbar and then inside the net. That was a brilliant goal from Adamo Bojang. And another player that I would touch, Jesper too had a good finish. Yeah, they were playing against Osta. That is the team that Yusuf Asanyang, the Gambian who has represented Senegal at under 20 level. So of course I covered Yusuf Asanyang. He got the assist for his teammate hitting the post and then his team scoring from the resulting rebound. Yusuf, of course, just like Lamine Jeju represented Senegal at youth level. But again, maybe they do it to get opportunity. I got at youth level, if you are playing for another country, you cannot make the judgment at that point because sometimes the opportunity is better in Senegal than in Gambia. That is the reality of the situation. So we have to give them that. We have to give them the benefit of the doubt. His agent is still a Gambian. Mamadou Biya is his agent. That is Yusuf Asanya. He got the assist, and then Jasper scored. It was a thrilling game. The game ended 4-3 in favor of North Chopin. North Chopin won the game 4-3. That was the opening day of the Swedish league. Because my guy Sweden, the guy am fake. Guy they know. And then I already mentioned Paus man. Masi Setamit, another player who is under Bakari Boyan, the agent of Yankuba Minte. He scored again. I think a couple of weeks ago he scored a brace in the cup. So that's his third goal so far this season. Masi he moved to Utsik 10 this season. This season he moved there, and he's already scored 3 goals for them. Like one in the league and 2 in the cup. So not a bad start from Masise, not a bad start from Masise. Musa Njai, KFUM. Musa Njai, the Norwegian league also kicked off this weekend. Lion was at the back doing his thing. They won 3-1, and then Musa Njai, he's still a Gambian. And his brother Bilal Njai is also half Gambian, but they are half Gambian, half Somalians, I believe. And then his brother Bilal Njai has already represented Somalia at international level, but Musa has not represented any country at international level. The only problem here with Musa is his age. His age is close to the 30, I think. And when you are approaching that age and you have not made a decision on your senior career, it makes it quite difficult. But another a very good player. He wears the 10 at KFUM. He's quite a key player for them there. And maybe Gambia is considering him. Maybe Somalia. I don't know. I don't know where he's gonna choose. But yeah, he's one of us. So I treat him as one of us until there's no opportunity to play for Gambia. I will still treat him as a Gambian at that point, but of course I will not be discussing players who are not going to represent Gambia at international level. So if you understand what I mean, so that is it. Lamarana Jallo, Lamarana. The hopes for Lama have been so huge ever since he was in the under 20s with Matan Butch. Like yaakaar bu ñu am si Lama is dafa diis xaw ma nag loolu moo ko amee moom tamit ndax yaakaar boobu noonu moo tax ba léegi carrière bi nekkul di progress nu mu war a progresser. But he's a top player. He's a top player. ma ne ko he just remind me of Tubabo, Mustafa Jajo Tubabo, very similar type of player. People say he remind them of Zidane and stuff like that. But he's a top player. This weekend he put in a wonderful performance for Levadiakos. Levadiakos in the Greek league. He was named man of the match in that game, put in a top performance for his club. He didn't get involved in the goal or the assist, but he put in a performance and a half. It was a top performance in midfield. Abubakar Bari and his team, Austria Vienna, very interesting. Bari did not start this weekend after the international break, but Storm Graz, the defending champions in the Austrian league, have been at the top of the league throughout the season. This weekend was the first time that at the end of the game week, at the end of the round, Austria Vienna were at the top, and the league is getting heat up because SKUM, where we have CD Jata, who is also a potential representative of the Gambia. He was playing for SKUM, and then you have Abubakar Bari played. He came on in the second half. They won that game, and then SKUM dropped points by drawing. So now Austria Vienna are on top of the league. That league is going to be very exciting in the end of the season because we are approaching the end of the season. Actually, the number of games I don't have it at the top of my head, but it's not many. And now that race between SKUM and Storm Graz is going to be very interesting. Austria Vienna actually eliminated Storm Graz from the cup. So Austria Vienna are still in the cup, in the Austrian Cup. Storm Graz, they won the Austrian Cup and the league last season. And then, Austria has just eliminated them in the cup, and now they are neck and neck in the league title. So it's a league to monitor. The Austrian league, I love the Austrian league. I think it's kind of give me the vibe of Bundesliga, very similar. The teams are very good there. You see the amount of players that come from that league, the Soboslais, the Haalands, the Baston Dakas, the Sadio Manes, the Naby Keitas, all these players played in the Austrian league. It's a top league. I love that league. I love to watch it too as well. The highlights, their teams in the Champions League are usually difficult to play against. We know Salzburg, the players that they had then. So that league is a league to watch out. The Austrian league, Austria Vienna, Storm Graz. They are neck and neck, and we have two Gambians. We have a Gambian in the team. Sidi Jata is at SKUM, and then you have Abubakar Bari is at the other side. So it's gonna be an exciting, league season in Austria. Please keep an eye on that one. I promise you, if you keep an eye on that one, you're not gonna regret it. It's a very, very interesting league. And next, who Abdullah Sanyang, yeah, similar to Austria Vienna, they also moved top of the Croatian league. The Croatian league is around the middle part of the season, and Bambalai came on. He did not start, played the last few minutes of that game, and they ended up winning that game. So now they are at the top of the Austrian league. Babukar Gay, the goalkeepers, Babukar Gay kept a clean sheet. Ibrahim Ajajustek also kept a clean sheet. My boy Omar Choi, he didn't keep a clean sheet, but they won 3-1. And he's doing really well in Luxembourg. Babukar Jai in US also kept a clean sheet for Oakland Roots. So that was, I think I forgot one player, Bamba Suso. I had Buba Jalo Falabowe said it in his own weekend roundup, like he likes to call it. So yeah, Bamba Suso in Slovenia, he also got a goal. He also got on the goal. So that is the weekend recap. If you know any player that we forget to mention that has done well this weekend, guys, and is a Gambian, please let us know in the comment section, guys. So ma ne ko waaw suma gars yi Instagram xaltaati TikTok yi jërë ngeen jëf ma ne ko gars ngeen ñëw ak gif si jërë ngeen jëf borom baax ngeen man ko capaa suma gars yéen a baax saa yi mu ne nag dem YouTube nga check YouTube comments yi lan la gars nekk di wax waaye dem check dem Instagram. There might be some comments coming on from Instagram. Yeah, it's crazy. What you can do with technology is crazy. I'm live. But I'm afraid my phone is gonna die out. Oh, but I have some percentage of my phone left for the TikTok, and I should have charged it. And because I connect my mic on the phone, I cannot use the charger now. That's how crazy it is. Uh-huh. What are they saying before we move on to Noha Sonko Sundberg? We have heard about Noha. Let me just go back. Let me go back to full screen now. Yeah, we can move on to that one. Let me just put his picture here. I think present image. Yep. Noha Sonko Sundberg, guys. Noha Sonko Sundberg. Ma ne ko nix Eid Mubarak. Pare naa wax sa Eid Mubarak Eid Mubarak Ramadan Mubarak nga ma wax. Ma ne ko waaye Eid Mubarak. Ma ne ko ba julli ngeen si jàmm rek. Julli ngeen si jàmm. Ñu julli nañ fii si jàmm ñun monde lañ julli démba. So we had a good time. Ma ne ko diwee nati leen yal leen ko fekkee ay at yu bare te tal ko xam nga baal leen ñu ñun baal na leen. Waaw yàlla ñu yàlla boole baal. Wow, suma guy, yéen a baax de yéen a baax waaw nix ziare naa la waaw let's move on. Let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about Noha Sonko Sundberg. It's an interesting one. I don't speak Swedish, so I was quite skeptical. I saw Gumfoot, they were the first media house in the Gambia to post something about this. They had the quotes and then they put them out there. But I was skeptical because there was no source from where they got it. I did not know if they had an exclusive interview with Muha or did they get it from somewhere or did they, I did not get it. That's why I was reluctant to, to share this or to say anything about it. And up to now, I don't know exactly what he said, but I know somebody who speaks Swedish. I've been talking to him about the Noha Sonko Sundberg interview. I've been talking to him. And he has just released, if you check the Jollof Football Bantaba page, I think I posted it. Uba Jallo has posted his weekend recap. He spoke about it. He said he has listened to bits of it. And the news that is making the rounds, it is words from Noha Sonko Sundberg. So that is it. So those two cases. The first one was with the standards that the Gambia set, which is not surprise to any one of us. Any one of us will not be surprised with the standards that we have, which is is not easy for players with foreign background to tolerate it. Yes, it's huge. Basiru Gay, this is huge. I don't even want to rush it. That's why I don't even want to rush it. That's why I was not really in the mood to, just put things out there. I want to know the full context of it, what he's saying, because sometimes they get a guy in Korewa. You nemuna lekawa. But I wanted to listen to it and then digest it, context, get the context well before I can react to that one. But whatever the case, what he was saying was like they were not being treated like very well. Like he spoke about the incident in Morocco, the earthquake incident. He spoke about the flight incident, kind of those experiences that they have. Those were life threatening experiences, and then they were asked to play in the following day. And then he said he don't even want to talk about the pay, which of course we also know is not something like, if you know where he come from, it's nothing. It's next to nothing. This guy, he sits with players like Alexander Isaac, chat with players like Alexander Isaac. They are his friends. They are his mates. In the summer, you see them together. So obviously, there might be a chat here and there, like what they have, because he's also Swedish, half Gambian. So he might get an idea what. So he said that was not his intention to play for Gambia because it was not going to be many, and I think it was made clear to him prior. Like for example, Wajalo, he told him that Gambia ñun badola len ñun amuñ. Yeah, but the interview dafa wane lu bari si suñu lifin bi. So we have to react to that. Because this is not Yankuba Sise. My boy, Space TV. Space TV just sent me a message because we have to reveal the Jollof Football Bantaba Space TV GFF Division 1 Player of the Month. But there was a mistake in the post. So that one we will sort it out later, Space. Don't worry, Mangi life. After we now sort out, but game will start. So I still don't get the full context of Nuha. I have to wait for Buba to say a thing or two. But the overriding thing is we don't give football the join football cheram. Gambia join football cheram. And that is the bottom line of this. That is the biggest problem. Join football cheram. And then players it's all a matter of sacrifice. Ibrahim Sona also spoke about it today. In your sacrifice. The moment he said then how do wakat. Why should they be work? I'm not looking because Nuha is somebody who have never been Gambia. When he was young, he used to come to Gambia. I know people that he is very close to. So he used to be in Gambia. So he had that Gambian affiliation in him already. But because he has the Western development, Western set, Western upbringing, like some things they cannot understand it at all. So there are things I try to explain to people here. They cannot understand these things, a possibility. But these are the realities, in our place. That is the sad part. Yeah, sweep under the carpet. This is never gonna go under the carpet. Don't worry. But this is not gonna go under the carpet. People will talk about it. But the thing is, the interview was done in Swedish. There was a full podcast of interview, 1 hour or so, where he said a lot of things. I don't speak Swedish, so I have to rely on my Swedish people to listen to it and then tell me what he was saying, give me the context. And that is what I'm waiting for still. But it's a huge, huge story. It's a huge, huge story. We are talking about that. Look we have the AFCON. 2 AFCONs, Gambia have gone to AFCON. There is still this report, this mystery report that people are looking for. We don't know where that report is going to come out from. Report beginning. Like you cannot even give us one proper report. And then this was both AFCONs. I guess then don't ñaan askan bi pour ñu jox leen ñu yokkal leen pour gars mëna dem ci AFCON bi. But still they don't have the courtesy to come and tell you this is the report. I guess last time we dem ci Peter Gomez I love that show, by the way. I love that show that this Peter is doing. Most one next door neighbor. So I love that show that he's doing with the coffee time with Peter Gomez. He's trying to bring out all in. He's a veteran journalist. He's one of the best we have in the Gambia. So I'm sure he will do justice to the Gambian public by asking the relevant question and then bringing in the question from outside. Look at when Jonathan McKinstry went to Peter Gomez as well. He revealed a lot of things that our journalists have worked so hard to reveal they cannot, but just with an hour with Peter could do that, and he's doing that with the ministers. We're doing that with putting them on the spot, and then making all of them eat their own words again. I don't even want to get to the politics side of things. I don't want to get to the politics. Let me MC football, actually sports, but I will not gonna get to the politics side of things. Yeah. Gambia daal mooy loolu noonu bu banu ko waxee every year waxuñ sa affaire yi stadium bi this year yaa ngi fële ne next match yaa ngi fële ne every single time yaa ngi send sa club ñi ngi send si club si invitation for their players to come and play join the international team, but every single time they are going to a different location. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Yeah. It's tough to be a Gambian, and then we have just seen what is going on with the under-17. I was going to talk about it. Look at that picture from the under-17, the goalkeeper, with his gloves. Yeah, right. Like nobody even cared that this is representing the Gambia. And you know why I did not want to react to that too much? Because those kids will be watching this. Those kids might be watching this later. And right now, I want their heads to be in that competition. I want their heads to stay focused in that competition. They are young players. We are talking about under-17. But right now, because of that single mess done by somebody, because I cannot blame the kid. Lola mo demee géew xam nga ñu ne ko loo dugg lu nekk sa poos lu nga demee marché loolu la amee mu dem duggee ko foofu noonu. So léegi it represents the whole country, and now it has the whole country talking about that. And I feel sorry for that kid. I really feel sorry for that kid. Because if you're like somebody, the manager guy, they have a team manager, they have all those kind of things. But guy, them, I photo, somebody has to bring them and all that. These kids, they are not exposed at all. But right now, that goalkeeper, he will be on the news of everywhere. How sad is that? How sad is that? That young kid, that innocent kid, who is going there to enjoy his competition, right now he is everywhere because of one glove. It's the first dal. Neka Gambian never made it up. Never made it. So my guy keeps the jump them the water affair. Why neka Gambian is a very difficult thing. Because we find alone the as business as usual, normal things. Then they normalize everything. We have to set standards. Standards and what standards. We have Gambia Standards Bureau there. Gambia Standards Bureau. It's like 2010 living. So Gambia then what am standards you follow. Why? For now, the only standard we have, moi Julie, Tobaski ak quality, Sanse. Hey, Gambian bull, Gambian Sanse. Pile new free, Tobaski quality. Nyefai Sanse be mata genya. Why? In the way we live as a country, we need to have standards. We support him very much for coming out. And then he said he's not going to play for the national team for now until something changes. And I hope that he will come back to the national team. And his this interview that he did will have impact on our leaders to take things more seriously and do better things for the country. Yeah. Wow. I cannot say much about it. I cannot say much about the Noha situation. That's where I can stop on it. If I don't know the full context of things, I find it very difficult to give my thoughts, my true thoughts, my true opinions. So in Jegal Masilu no. But I need him back in the national team. He's one of the best defenders we have. I know how bad we are defensively. I've been complaining that every single time. I've thrown questions to the coach about his defense, and then we saw that in the qualifiers. conceding 4 goals in 2 games, which was not good enough. Yeah. But anyways, let's go back to the under 17. Under 17, man ko tay dabi len am de tay dabi len am SeneGambia dabi bi len am SeneGambia dabi bi len am, and I hope the kids will make us proud. Man, as somebody also, because man lumane dafa bari de suma guy. Man ko suma guy lumane dafa bari de. Man ko as somebody ku lay liggéey ci youth football, because I work as a coach, and I am more into grassroots football. Grassroots football as in from the basic ages of 4 to 12 to 15. That's my category. Just before you get to this under 17 level, that is where I work. That is my part time job, not my full time job, by the way. So that is something I do, but it's also for passion for the game. That's why I'm sitting here talking about football, because I have passion for the game. So I will talk about football. I will, be involved in football forever and ever, because that's what makes me happy. So that's why. But yeah, these kids, like for me, from my point of view, I know it's a derby. I know it's okay to put pressure on them. People will do that. This is a derby game. You have to go and do this. But for me, the message to them is let them go and enjoy themselves. Let them express themselves. The reason they are sent to go and play in this competition is because of their talent. So let them go there, free their mind. Don't put yourself under too much pressure in terms of results. Just focus on your own performances, enjoy yourself, play the football that you were brought to do there, and then enjoy yourself. Yeah, it's a derby. It's not going to be easy. Senegal will want to win. They are the defending champions, so it will be a very difficult game, definitely. But I trust these kids. They went into the under 17 last time, and put in a decent tournament despite having a lot of obstacles in that with the MRI and stuff. I've heard things about the MRI this time, but I don't know if the game is today, my brother. The game will be in the next 20 minutes, actually. Next 20 minutes, CAF TV will show the game. So I'll be here for the next 15 minutes, and then I will go and watch the game, guys. So I just want to end with this under 20, guys. Yeah, for me, let them go and enjoy themselves. Let them express themselves, enjoy the game, put in a performance. Like for me, all I'm asking for is World Cup. If because you have 24 teams in the competition, is it 24? Yeah, 10 teams will be going to the World Cup, something like that. Something like that. No, actually, is it 16 teams and then 4 teams will be going to the World Cup? 10 teams will be going to the World Cup. Yeah, yeah, 16 teams and then 10 teams will be going to the World Cup. That's how it is. So even you can finish third in the group and then still go to the World Cup. But I think these kids are better than that. They are better than that. I can see them finishing in the top two, progress into the next round. They are really good players. They have some top players. The striker Suso is a top player. The defender, I have high hopes of that defender. I forget his name. I have high hopes for that defender, the captain of the team. He's also on the Bakari. Both of them are on the Bakari Bojang. That is the young community agent. And then, they have Lee, Baba Lee, I think the son of Baba Lee or something like that, or nephew or whatever. But he's also a top player. They have some good players. They have a player coming from the US, from my brother just sent me a message from US. That's why I just mentioned US. They have a player coming from Barcelona, La Masia. They have a player coming from Netherlands and another goalkeeper coming from Norway. So the team is a mix between foreign-based players, and this is what I always say: at least open 3 spots for the foreign-based players, and then bring them in. If you have 25, 23-man squad, at least 3 spots will be for the foreign-based players, and these are the players we have because we are talking about and other players. You have to get them when they are young. It makes it easier when you get to the next level. So that is it. That's my guy TikTok. I have a few watching. But guys, we are watching on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you follow us on TikTok as well, because nowadays we have the account on Facebook, we have the account on YouTube, we have the account on Instagram, we have the account on Twitter, and we have the account on TikTok. We have 5 accounts now. And then we are trying to grow these 5 accounts. Like I'm sure if these accounts grow, especially the YouTube and the TikTok, if we grow it to some level, guys, you will see some big surprises coming into this platform. We have some huge plans. I cannot, I don't like to say too much about the plans we have, but there are some plans we have, and the only thing that is stopping it is the growth. So the growth is very important. If we grow to the levels we want, I'm sure you will be very happy with what we will bring on this platform in the future. Definitely. But to finish off, guys, the under 17, let's just wish them luck. Let's pray for them. Let's just support them. Like, and then, you know, like again, I go back to that kid with his glove, that innocent goalkeeper who went there. He did not, just a kid wearing his glove. He's happy with those gloves. I know the lamb. And then you them expose score to the continent. That is a continent, I'm telling you. He is exposed to the continent or even to the wider world because there are agents coming from all over the world watching. So people are watching, clubs are watching all over the world. So we can go and expose him with those bad gloves. Maybe somebody have all this Mumeko glove, but the image of the country is bad. And then that kid will not feel at rest. Understand? So need to do too much about mom. You don't want to put too much pressure on these kids. But we have already done that. And we are also architects of that as Gambians because I see every single poll, every single page right now posting that in Gambia. Personally, I refrain from posting it because I think at this moment in time, the most important thing in the next 20 minutes, these kids are going to get on the pitch and play. So that is the most important thing. Let's support those kids. That is the most important thing. I'm not even going to say anything about that outside of this video I'm doing. I'm not going to say anything about that. Just to help the kids, realize the potential we see in them, the talents that they have in them. That is what we should be doing at this moment in time. But sometimes, we dislike the system so much so that if we see an opportunity, we don't even think about, okay, if we push this agenda, who does it affect? And in this case, is that kid is going to affect. And for me, I don't think it's right people, like especially Gambians, to make that a big thing right now. I think it's something we can talk about later. Those kind of things, standards again, we can talk about later. But at this moment, when the game is about to start in 15 minutes, guys, I don't think anybody should be focusing on that. That is my take on it. I have to talk about it just for understanding's sake. But if not, I will not even mention it. Let's give the kids the opportunity. Let's give the kids the platform. Let's give the kids the confidence, push them, understand, support them, and then accept they will fail, all those things, because these are all part of growing up as a kid. Let them fail sometimes, let them make mistakes, and then still support them. This is not the national team. I can put too much pressure on the national team sometimes. The pressure I can put on the national team is different level of the under 20, is different level of the under 23, and it's definitely different level of this under 17. And you go down to under 15. No pressure, please. Let's support the kids, and then hopefully they will give us something big. Under 17 is one of the most important pillars of Gambian football. Under 17. The reason Gambia is known globally is because of under 17. The first international competition that, of course, of AFCON under 17 started, you went to Gambia, then we went to the World Cup, and then we leave our mark there, despite getting eliminated at the group stages when we win Brazil. That had players like Marcelo in the team. He got a red card on that day. Zico, Usman Jallo. They were like, look at that team where they have got to. Pamodu Janda, he took us from there to the under 20. From under 20, he went to the national team. He became the captain of the national team. He took us to the African Cup of Nations, captain the team at the African Cup of Nations. Look at that career. Everything started from those youth football. Look at those careers. So it's very, very important. Let's give these kids the support. Let's give them the support like Gambia have never been at the under 17. I can remember those days when the under 17 was in Brazil. The Westfield, dafa fees del ku nekk dafa duggee ñu jógee Tabokoto fële ñu jógee Kootu fële ñu ne jógee Banjul fële ñu ne jógee Bakaw, everything ñu ñëw tasee biir Westfield dem support suñu kids si. Kamito Dovi Muneka, bro, I think I recognize you from Kotu. Yeah, I'm from Kotu, not Kotu East. I'm from Kotu West, Kotu layout. So, but yeah, of course, Kotu West and Kotu East was almost there. I was often in Kotu East. So guys, this is my message that Gambian fans today. Let's support the kids. Let's ignore that noise of that glove thing. It's not a big thing. Like the bigger thing, like it's not the biggest thing today. The biggest thing today is Gambia under 17 are back in the under 17 competition after 14 years without qualifying because of our negligence as a nation. I mean, the authorities, the negligence of our authorities. That's why we were not there. But finally, they are there, and these kids deserve their support, and these kids deserve our support. They don't deserve any pressure from the public right now. They don't deserve any negative noise. So let's you digital look at important, which is the kids. So that is my message. You digital halay. Loolu rek laa bëgg a wax xam ngeen. So game is about to start in 15 minutes time. So let me know your predictions in the comments. Let me just go through your comments and then know your predictions in the comments, and then we can call it a day, guys. We can call it a day. Yeah, I want to watch the usually I'm on my live watch along stream, but I don't want to do it with the under 17s. So again, do put down pressure on a 17. Let me just enjoy watching them, enjoy the kids, rather than making too much about it. Let's just enjoy the under 17. So I might go to some live if somebody is doing live. I might go there and say my thing or two, but it's always towards try to support these kids. Try to support these kids. Yeah. So, but let me know your predictions in the comment. How do you think the game is going to end? It's going to be Gambia versus Senegal. It's the SeneGambia derby. It's never easy. We used to beat them a lot at youth level, but that has not been the case of recent. Hopefully, we will change that narrative today. The kids will change that narrative today. It will be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, and there's hope in the kids. So let me just look at comments. Gambia, Chama, Ramadawa, you don't know for it. So I am quite surprised by how, and let me just pop them on the screen and you guys can see. I'm quite surprised by how quickly this story has been. That was the know-how one. We have to concentrate on local players, promote them, make them professional. They will have love for this country. I don't think so. I think everyone is a Gambian. And I will never buy that idea, my friend Lamin. If you disagree, because I believe I don't live in a Gambia. I have a son. I have two sons, and I will try to make them as Gambian as possible. If they want to be Japanese, it's up to them. But because you cannot force anything. But at least I will always see them, look at them, and say they are Gambians for me in my eyes, and that is the same as somebody else because we Gambians we are all immigrants, Gambians. Most of our people are immigrants, so we cannot just say, okay, let's look at the local player. We are all locals. It's just we are here. I'm here. I'm a proper local in Gambia, but I'm not living in the Gambia because of work, because of other reasons, But I feel more Gambian than wherever I am. So that is the reality. So, so I like coming to Duffy. Have removed the goalkeeper glove picture. It is no more there. But the damage has already been done, man. The damage has already been done. Even if you guys remove it, the damage has already been done. And I believe that make damage big Gambians see most of it. That's the sad part of it. But I understand they are trying to put the pressure on the public on the authorities again, which is good. But there are sometimes where the most important thing you have to identify it. And I believe in this case, the most important thing was the kids, not the authorities. And that's why you have to ignore that part until another time. That's true. Everybody have it now. We can talk about it later, not now, when the kids are about to play in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, That's what I mean. Yeah, so I be like very sad. It's today. Yeah, it's today. Thank you. Bro, I think I recognize you from Kodu East. Yeah, I'm from Kodu, like I say. Gambia 3-2. Sawaji. Wow, that would be wonderful, man. I would love that. I would love it. It's gonna be a high score match. Wow, another 3-2. You know what? 3-2, 3-2. Shame on GFF and the management. It is sad for the country to see our goalkeeper wearing such old gloves. Chairman, please help me link me to the goalkeeper, and I want to buy him some gloves. Yeah, I can do that. Seku. Then after here, I can do that. But I saw a gam foot very key in how to that. Babukar Gay, the goalkeeper, was also buying him a glove. But of course, one glove is never enough. So if you have the intention, you can still do it for him. Definitely, I will try to link you up with them. Yeah, after this, please send me a message on that, and I will help you do that. Definitely. Sawaji Munenaka. Umandabo. Is hi fam. Good afternoon. It's me your Jackie. Wow, small waji ja ya fa ya ba from baga. Kama dem si Instagram bi then ma check TikTok bi comment then guys we call it a day. Instagram what are they saying? Hi bro, where can you watch the match? You can watch the game on YouTube, CAF TV. You can watch it or FIFA Plus TV. You can watch the game on all those channels. Yeah. Musa Senghor, Sawali Tangu Hadi. Just go through them very quickly, guys. But if you are watching, guys, please make sure you like the video. You know, those little things they help the channel to get recognized. So make sure you like the video wherever you're watching, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, anything. Please make sure you like the video. Those little things help a lot. It does not cost much, but it's helped a lot on these things. Yeah, and make sure you go and follow us on TikTok because in TikTok we promised you guys it was gonna be active at some point, and I think we have reached that point. It's gonna be active from now on. Very good, Vijayna. I'm ga. Very good, Vijayna. It's our bilateral naka. How can someone watch the game? Yeah, I just said that you can go to FIFA Plus or you can go to CAF TV on YouTube. You can watch it either way. Yeah. Yeah, so my guy Instagram. Let's see the TikTok comments. What the TikTok comments are saying. The TikTok comments. I've not had any comments. Today is my first time actually, doing a TikTok live. Just got the number one gifter. What they saying? Let's go Gambia, my brother farms. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The voice, the voice, the voice. Good luck to the Team Gambia. Good luck. Waaw suma gars yi ma seen ay lifin de rossi yeeg yu noonu jërë ngeen jëf waaye ñoom dadi humble ma ne ko ñoom kaaba jërë ngeen jëf suma gars yi waaye mooy loolu yee FIFA Plus yee badge jërë ngeen jëf suma gars yi YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Peace out, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. The game will start in the next 5 minutes. So let me go in my living room and then enjoy the young boys. Like I say, give them my support, wearing my Gambian jersey, my Gambian hat, and then cheer the boys on from afar all the way in Japan. So that is it, guys. Thank you for joining me on this live one. It was a short one, and it was I was not prepared for it, because it was like I was running out of schedule, and I had to chuck it in. But I think I did justice to it. The weekend recap, we did that. We did the our initial reaction a little bit, and then we talk about the under-17 guys. So until we come your way again, goodbye. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. We will bring in more stuff on TikTok. On Sunday, we will have the Gambia football show, and we will talk about the games. At that point, we will have known the results of the Gambia, and if you are going to the World Cup or not, hopefully we will be going to the World Cup. That's the little thing that I want, My people, goodbye, guys. Ciao.